Welcome to the Hate Gumby Show. I couldn't resist, y'all. I couldn't resist. Uh, I think it's pretty comical myself, to be honest with you. So, welcome everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. Joe, I appreciate that. That's my buddy from Florida there. Rose, West House, Jan, Rockin' Ranch, Mr. Scott. Who else we got in here? Sylvia. Oh, excuse me. Mean Mama Meanest. I love that name. Backroads 82, howdy howdy. So yeah, that's just what's going on, y'all. So we'll get into some of that hate stuff here in just a little bit, but I'm not gonna address that right now because I am just not into it, y'all. To be honest with you. There's Holly's mom and Mickey, Brandy Mayfield, Mike Birch. Oh man, so what I will address right off the bat though is let me show you. Come here, back, go. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh. Okay. Look, y'all. She is doing much better. Much better. Oh, they're doing much better. She'll feel better, baby. Huh? Yeah, her feels much better. There's Paul. What's happening, bro? Yeah, that's my baby girl, huh? Yeah, her ears are moving up and, tail's wagging and she's moving around. So she is getting there. She is on the mend. All right, back girl. So slowly but surely. Yeah, and she is a sweet girl. She's normally not my lap dog. Normally it's Bandy that wants to be in my lap. But ever since all this happened, she has been wanting to get in my lap and just, lots of love. There's Woods Bound. What's happening? There's my friend Amber, American Gal. And Amber and Tracy, just so everyone knows, Amber and Tracy have been very instrumental in helping me get her on the mend. And that's just been awesome. So, man, in fact, Tracy's just sent me pictures. She's at a lake and send me awesome pictures. I love it. Kimberly Curtis, AKM Kim. I am AKA Hate Gumby. Oh, I can't help it, y'all. That's just, to me, that's just funny. I just don't get all the hate and everything going on around here. I just leave me alone, y'all. Leave me alone. Let me be me. Let me, by trying to knock me down. Our night, Brenda, what's happening? Thank you. She is getting much better. Yes, she is. She is. She's actually starting to get back to her old self. There's Brian, Lee Sloan. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I do. They are my adopted kids, or they are my kids. They're not adopted kids. Oh, my daughter's in here. Hi, Coach. That is awesome. Bev Wilkerson, Barbara Castillo. Yes, thank you, Barbara. She is getting there. And what's happening, Paul? Coach says I'm still the favorite. Jenica may argue with you on that one, but y'all could duke that out. I mean, you are the first, Coach. There ain't no doubt. You were the first one in my world. That's for sure. Cheryl, what's happening? Yeah, I got all three of them in here right now. In fact, I got to give the other two their baths here soon. But them two are Smokey is easy to give a bath. Like if you say bath, he'll go in there and just jump right in the tub and sit and wait on you. Auntie Ann, what's happening, baby? Paul's a favorite now, right? That's funny. Coach, just so you know, Paul Honeyman, man, get ready because he'll get on you, girl. I mean, but I know you will give it right back to him, and that's fun. Get her, Paul, because she's a lot of fun that way too, bro. Just so you know. Oh yeah, we already know, Auntie Ann, you can't tag. There's Shiloh Acres. got to turn it on to all messages. Well, turn it on. Get her on there. There's Tracy. I'm sure Amber and I would have done whatever it took. Oh, thank you. Yes, y'all did, and y'all went above and beyond. I am very grateful for that. Sharon Balance, formerly the dreaded Scott Lass. Oh, hi Sharon, what's happening? Get them treated for fleas as soon as you can. I have been treating them. Yep, I have been. Oh, girl, you just don't even know. I have been doing the barn. I've got this powder spray I've been putting down and powder. The only thing I haven't been able to get yet is the Capstar, and I've got it soon. I'm going to be going and getting the pills for them, the once a month pills. But yeah, I've treated the yard. I've treated the yard all outside. I do have to get another one of those little, those little things like you spread grass seed around, because mine just disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. So yeah, Ace, what's happening? Forget them negative folks and feed them. Fish heads, mean people. I agree. I don't like mean people. The Scott McLeod. There's Jimmy and Kathy Harrell from South Mississippi. Awesome. I love it. There's Gwen. Let's see. I'm gonna scan down real quick. Jan may have us all beat. Loose Screw Ranch, Miss Kim, howdy, howdy. And Lucy Thompson. All the time. Wish you all the time. You're doing a great job. Keep on keeping on. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. Stanley York Sr. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Donald Markham. I agree, Donald. I can't stand all the hate and negative. And and it's really sad that I haven't done anything but help these people, been good to these people, done nothing to these people. But yet, it is what it is. Miss Pam Lucas, Janice Woolham, that is awesome. Thanking her, Tracy and Amber. Yeah. Petrus, what's happening, my friend? Double trouble? Damn, Paul. So my wife is having a third on her light. A third. Wow, man, Mike, that's well. You let us know, brother, and we'll send a bunch of them healing prayers to you, man. We got to send that healing love out there. Mike has been dedicated to us for a long time, since we pretty much got started, and that's awesome. Remember the brand I used to use, Square Feet? Yeah, there's a vet here that's supposed to be able to get us a pill for that, the once a month pill. As y'all know, money's a little tight for me right now, so soon that problem will be solved. So right now, she'll be right, Mike. Right? I did read that comment, Jonesy, and I did like that. You and Chris both said that, and one other person said that too in the comments. So I was like, that is so cool. She'll be right, Mike. Button Baker. Oh, just too many people being mean, Button. Just too many people up here for no reason, and I just don't get it. So good evening, Gary. Glad to see you smile. So glad Audie is better. You are doing a great job staying positive. God bless you from Texas. Thank you very much, Nancy. That is awesome. Sweet Helen. I'm trying to catch up on the comments, y'all. I'm scanning down as fast as I can. Can I get a fruit flies? No, you will not be having fruity flies. Sherry Grace, we love you, Gary. God bless. Keep up the great attitude. Thank you. See, and I try to, I'm like I said, I'm really trying to stay away from all of that stuff, man. But it's like it just keeps. For a lot of you that watched the live last night at David's, yeah, I've been hearing it all, about all that crap, and there is no reason for that whatsoever. Them and that other person we all know around here, that got us up here. No reason for that at all. None. What I mean, are y'all just trying to make yourselves feel better or something? Feel better about what you've done? That's just usually the way it works. But I'm like I said, I don't give a damn. Just leave me alone. Don't be messing with me. What's that old song? Don't mess with my toot toots. David Moffat, what's happening, brother? You're welcome, Mike. You're welcome. There's Belt Loop 29. Ain't seen you in a while. Jan, somewhat close. I'm 5 hours away. So, got this subscriber, y'all. So here's what I want. I want everyone to do, if everybody don't mind. I have this subscriber that is. There's BG. What's happening? What is it? We reached the bottom of the chat. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of the chat, BG. So bear with me, y'all, for a minute. I have this subscriber. She's about to turn 72 years old. She has family that just, for whatever reason, is not coming to see her or help her. Her water heater went out. So if anybody is in the, what was the name of that town? Let me see if I can find it. Glenda Smith is her name, and she, Glenda, yes, I'm calling you out, Glenda. She needs some help, y'all, with the water heater. Like, she can't hardly get around in her house. Her water heater went out, soaked her whole house down. She can't seem to even, she's having a hard time getting the water to the two water lines to connect at the water heater, just so she can turn the water on and have cold water in the house. So, right. That's my kid, Paul. See, that's why I told you. That's why I like you, because that's my kid. That's the way she is. Lori Carp, what's happening? There's Bobby with Pettit Jean there. Oh, thank you, Sharon. No, not really. Not really missed any drama. It's like I try to avoid that drama. I mean, I didn't watch it myself. I just heard about it, and I just, it's just wrong. Working a lot of hours, but saw you were on and wanted to stop in and watch for as long as I can. Well, Belt Loop, thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother. I'm glad to see you back, man. I haven't got to see you here from you in a while. I ain't seen you in here in a while. Let me scam roll down real quick. Right, like coach, like father, like daughter. Karen Anthony, give me a second, y'all. They got so far ahead of me this time. All right, I can't keep up. I'm not gonna do it. So anyway, if anybody is in this area, where's it at? Let me scan back up here and see if I can find the name of the town. It's in Missouri. Fair Dealing, Missouri. So if there is anyone close to there, would you please help this lady? I mean, that's, to me, if you can, if you're at that point in your life and you can't even hardly get around your own house, and you have something like that go down, and you're on Social Security and you're barely making it as it is, and then here you can't even get help to get two water lines put together. I mean, I've been trying to talk to her and tell her what's going on and how to do it, and it's fairly simple if you know what you're doing, but if you can't get around to even do that, that's kind of hard. So if there's anybody in that area, would you please reach out to me via email? Let's get somebody over there to help her. If I had a way to go, it's only a 4-hour drive from here. If I had a way to go, I would go up there and do that. Granted, 9 hours back and forth, but it'll take me 30 minutes and I would have her hot water. Yeah, it's still a little bit on the pale side, but it's starting to get some color at the top. So that's a good sign. Like I said, I gave her the medicated flea bath. So I can't give her another one of them for a few days. But like I said, I've been treating the yard, the house, like every single day. Like I'm not giving it a break on treating all of these areas. I even bought some flea bombs and they didn't do nothing inside the house. So I had to go through and spray all this stuff inside the house, and it's working. And I don't know. They're down here scratching right now, but that's probably because the yard is not got all the way down yet. Coach, road trip? That's a plane trip. That's an air trip to go see Paul. I know, right, Ace? Yeah, but like I said, it's nothing that couldn't probably be fixed in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, if I had a way to get up there, I would get up there and I would go round up some folks and gather some money for her. I mean, God, we can get her a small Insta Hot for a couple $100 and she'll be good to go. You know what I mean? I mean, she could change a propane tank. The Newman family, aka Spencer. Hey, y'all from Kansas. See, there's the other Kansas. He's up there from the state that they kicked us all out of. They kicked all of us out of there and said, yeah. So we all came down here and said, this here be our Kansas. uh, hey, David Robin played that Joan Jett parody you shared, right? Uh, let's see. I'm trying to catch back up here. Give me a sec, y'all. Well, thank you, Pam. And like I said, if I had a way to get up there, y'all, I would be up there right away and go up there and do that for her. I mean, but I can't. I just ain't got a way to do it. Use table salt. Yeah, I've actually done. But let me show you right here. Let me show you. So, big box of baking soda, and I got table salt sitting right down here. Once I noticed they were in the barn pretty bad, I started doing that. That worked once, but it didn't work this time. So now that's what I'm doing. So now I'm spraying every day. I heard they can live and hatch every 3 days or something like that. So I figure I'm just going to do this every day for the next week and a half if I have to, and make it happen. What was that, Gary? I didn't have a choice in that boat because if I did, I would have let y'all stay where I missed that one. I missed it. Oh yeah, and Amber, I would have. If I had a choice in the matter, I would have already been there. As soon as she told me about that, I would have been out there the next morning. But everything is a bit hit and miss. I'm at work and having to answer calls and dispatch officers to those calls. Man, damn that Luke, busy, busy, busy bee. Okay, let me scan back down and get cut back up again. So, Spencer, fill me in on that one again. I guess I missed it. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what it was. You said Kansas booted Arkansas out, right? That's what they did. They booted out a bunch of folks, and they said, "All right, fine. We'll just come down here. We're gonna call this our Kansas." Oh, Brian, you just don't even know. I fell in love with that. That's what I have right there, Jan. I fell in love with that truck. And yes, look at here. Let me show y'all. Big bag of it right here. Yes, I've been putting that all over. I got the flea stuff from when we were in Florida that we used to use, the pellets, so Seven Dust. It's like a granules. Been putting that out in the yard, and Paul, yeah, Paul, give it a little seasoning, right? Throw it on a steak, man. You won't have any fleas. Ariel, what's happening? Shalom, shalom. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've got all the stuff here. I just, like I said, once I figured out that was that bad on fleas, I'm just like, no, I'm not dealing with that. So, and that just, I have a heart, you know what I mean? I have a heart. I can't, uh, uh, when I thought I was going to lose her, man, I thought I was going to lose it. I really did. It's like, after already losing, my two old dogs. Now, granted, I knew they were going. You know what I mean? I mean, 22 and 24 years old. Them dogs shouldn't have lived that long anyway. So, but we lost those two. Then we got up here, and the we put rat poison on the backside of the barn. Well, evidently those two dogs got a hold of one of the rats that ate the poison, and unfortunately, there was not enough time in there to save them. As we didn't know, we didn't think they would, get a hold of a rat that had just ate poison. Who knew? So, I thought, we thought dogs were smarter than that, but well, it is what it is. So let me scan back up and catch back up here. Let's see. Yeah, Slappy was definitely a character. Those two dogs there, Slappy and Fred, you could ask them what happens to Georgia when they play the Florida Gators, and they would fall over and play dead. Yeah, 154 in dog years. That was that was Slappy. He was 22, and Fred was 20. I think somewhere between 24 and 25 when he passed. So yeah, they shouldn't have lived that long. Look at that, Jonesy throwing up them emojis. That is awesome. Thank you, Jonesy. The best snake preventive that so far, Janice, that I have found that doesn't hurt dogs is the mothballs, the snake balls, because one of y'all awesome people after that little scare out there in the shop sent me some of those, and I put a couple of those up underneath my bench in there, and I put a couple around the barn, and I haven't seen snake one other than that black one that was out in the pond, and he's just a plain old water snake, and he's just in there eating the baby frogs or whatever. And there's plenty of baby frogs, so they're harmless. Do his thing. Tim Wren, how's it going? I am getting much better, Tim. Definitely. So yeah, that those balls, Janice, those work very well. They just there's something about the smell of them that they don't like at all, and you can put them pretty much all over. And then there's also some plants too that I can't remember the name of the plants, but there's some plants you can plant around the outside of the house too that keep snakes away. Especially if you have issues with the pygmy rattlers and what have you like that. The joys of having pear and apple trees. You got pear and apple trees up there, Scott? Man, there's Trina Brock. Yeah, Trina, they are my kids. I mean, I love these guys. They're very smart dogs. Simply Jan, member for 8 months. That is awesome. Thank you, Jan. So yeah, like I said, y'all, I'm real. I have emotion. A lot of guys don't like to show their emotions, but you know what? When stuff hits your heart, it hits your heart, and it's you got to keep going with all that, and it's I just got to let it out. Naphtha and cedar-based mothballs. That's what they are, Reverend Joe. Thank you. Yeah. I bought them on. I put them on my wish list on Amazon, and somebody sent them to me. And then actually, somebody sent me those to begin with, and then once I went through that bag, and then I went and got some more of them from there. Yeah, mothballs are just horrible. Period. But they actually make those for mice and for snakes, and they work very well without hurting the dogs. Amber, you missed a spot on that dish. Watch that pork better, girl. Takes a man to cry. Well, if you hit him in the face with a ball bat, yeah. Anybody got anything to get rid of mice? Yes. Those mothballs. Those they actually have them for mice, and I found that worked. Out of all the stuff that we tried with all the mice around here, we found that worked the best. Stick them in the back of a cabinet. They're not really horrible smelling. They don't make the house smell super horrible, and they seem to work great. Yeah, belt loop. What is it? Marigolds, garlic, and I know there's another one too that you can put a plant around the house that's hardy year round for snakes, and will come back every year, and they work great for keeping snakes. Yeah, Sharon. Real men do cry. I mean, that's if you're too afraid to show your emotions, then you're just one of them guys that's going to be all bottled up at some point, or and something's going to snap on you. I had a mouse last night, just toying with it. No clue where it is now. You might smell it in a few days, Scott. Back in high school, that fresh eucalyptus is a good deterrent for spiders. It can be, depending on where you're at in the world. But getting eucalyptus to grow here is that's the hardest part. Team borax mixed with maple syrup. Yeah, but see, David, then all they do is want to come eat it. So and it kills them, and then they die, and then they want to be stinking up your house. Trying to get a mouse. Yep. Well, you got to be careful with that. That's why I never stick my hands in bushes and stuff. Yeah, we've got some pretty big ones here. We get those down in Jonesy. I would love to come down for a holiday. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here, y'all, real quick. Yeah, yeah, and see, and that's another thing. If dogs lick it, that's bad too. So the moss balls, those actually mouse deterrent moss balls, they're just little bitty things. They're probably like that big around, and they seem to work great. Uh, Better to blow, right? uh, that's the thing, but still entertaining, right? Yeah, that 5 gallon bucket deal, that didn't work at all. I mean, these rats right here around here, these mice around here, they would just climb up on top of the bucket, stare at that stuff, and go, yeah, whatever. You catch them reaching out there real far, get a couple of licks of the peanut butter or whatever, and then they'd run away. So yeah, we weren't catching very many of those. Those mothballs though just kept them away. Like they didn't even want no part of even coming in their house or around the place. Lemongrass, wormwood, rosemary, lavender. That was the one I was trying to think of earlier about, Luke. Was lavender. Yeah, lavender will keep just about all snakes away, especially the pygmy rattlers. That does something to their nose or their smelling with their tongue. That just really rattles them. 6 o'clock fire going. It's not 6 o'clock yet. She got it prepped though. That's all right. We knew what you meant. uh, and peppermint oil is good deterring ferrets and fisher cats. Huh. I used to raise ferrets. I had a blast with ferrets when Kosha was real young. We had a couple of ferrets. I'm trying to catch back up, y'all. Bear with me. It's Tony, the big Italian. What's happening? Janice Fulham. New modular almost done here in North Carolina. I have chihuahuas and don't want them eaten, right? You're getting closer. That's cool. There was a rat living in our basement. Ate a hole in a water pipe in the wall. Oh, man. Yeah, the sad part about rats is rats have been known to literally eat through cast iron pipe. And that's just crazy that they can do that. There's Pom Mom. What's happening, my friend? Be careful with any mint. They're extremely invasive. Yeah, they can be. Yeah, that's why the lavender is nice too, because the lavender, it gives off a nice smell a couple times a year, and and it's actually nice to look at, and keeps that stuff away. Big Wave, Mr. Kevin, what's happening? Charlene Grady, trying to catch up, y'all. So bear with me. This is flying on me tonight. 304 people in here. That is so awesome. I wasn't prepared for the insect roulette. Arkansas. Yeah, well, you're lucky you ain't in Florida, man. Florida got more bugs than you, man. You can imagine. If there's a bug on the planet, I think it's living in Florida. It's lived in Florida or is in Florida. Let's see. We got Troy's. Okay, I'm trying to catch up, y'all. So I can't catch up. That's just too much. So if you want to get my attention and really, Daryl, what's happening, my brother? That's not your daddy, my brother from another mother. Wow, y'all. I can't even go that fast. Run up your trouser leg. Actually, my ferrets were big thieves of everything, especially shiny stuff, car keys, rings, anything that they could get a hold of. And they got a hole up underneath the couch, you know, and how they got that net underneath the couch. And they would steal everything and get it up underneath there. It was crazy. So if you went looking for something around the house and couldn't find it, just flip the couch over and all the stuff comes falling out. Oh man, Judy, what's happening? Because I'm old. Well, just think, Coach. We had those ferrets when we lived in Fort Myers, and you were a baby. Speaking of old, Coach is getting old. She just had a birthday here recently too. She's coming up on the big number here soon. Okay, finally caught back up. If you meant cedar mothballs or the nap mothballs, both work pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what these. I think the ones I have in there are the naphtha. I think that's what they call it. And those work pretty good. Like I said, they didn't smell horrible, Joe. So they were really nice. They did pretty good with that. Level up. I like it, Spencer. I just start celebrating anniversaries of certain birthdays, whichever number sounds good that day. You know? 61 in December. Wow, Belt Loop, you're up there with me. I just turned 61 in September. Right. Coach's next year she's going to be hitting that big faux O. Man, I gotta quit. I can't say that no more because that just made me feel even older. That I got a kid 40 years old. And thank you, Belt Loop. I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. What is your first name anyway? So I don't have to call you Belt Loop 29. I remember it because you used to be in the lives quite a bit, and then I forgot it because I hadn't seen you in a while. See, Kim will be 61 in December. It's December 6th. December 6th. Why is that date ring a bell? There's something in history about December 6th. All right, come on, somebody pop it out for me. Any reason to have a little supper party? Celebrate everything? Always a reason to have a supper party. For me, it's the 3rd. Okay. So you got Kim and Loose Screws all right there getting close to Christmas. I probably had to suck being a kid. You just had it. You just got a bunch of gifts 3 weeks ago. What do you need Christmas for? Oh, that's right. Gary. That's right. That's why I should have remembered that. Belt Loop is Gary. Same year born and same name. That's right. Now I remember. You saved over 15%. That's what you can single. You got to run. No, don't run. You show me a jogger and I'll show you a strange person with a thing for pain. Leveling up instead. Right. I agree. December 7th was the famous day. That's right. But there was something happened on December 6th that made December 7th notable. And I can't remember what it was. There was something in history that happened there. All right, Jan, be good. Don't run, walk. Stanley York Sr. says I'm 85 next month. Not your daddy thought it's 50%, right? Yeah. I mean, that's usually what you do when you get single, right? It's 50%. In fact, where is Nacho Mama anyway? I ain't seen her. Uh, you need two 20-year-olds to keep up with you, right? uh, Charlene Grady. Let's see. Okay, everybody's saying Pearl Harbor. Yeah, but there was something that happened the day before Pearl Harbor, and I can't remember what it was now. It was. I just watched it on the Discovery Channel not long ago too. There was an interesting fact about it that just stuck with me, and I can't remember what it was now. It wasn't like horrible or anything, but it was just an interesting fact about the day before. She could kill me slowly, but 220s would kill me right. Out and about with M&D. What's happening? And Melvin Donnie. That's awesome, yo. So, how have y'all been down there out and about? Y'all have been down there, and there are some more of our Florida people there. Midnight Vlogs. I've got into your personal life and your business. They think they have a say when they probably don't know. I agree. Yeah, they don't. And, and for whatever's going on, why the hate, I don't know. I don't really care. Just stop, leave it alone. Let it go. Just so everybody knows, David and I are fine. All right. David's helped me a bunch that you don't see on camera, like help me with my computer and help me with my password changes. And yeah, he come over and did that. And, he come over today and said, look, I'm still going to back you up. I still got your, I'm still going to help you with your door and all of that. She moved back up north, couldn't handle the south. Oh man, that sucks. Well, Daryl, now you got a reason to come out here. Come out and see me. The 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, abolishing slavery. Bingo. I knew there was something about that day. Yep. That stuck with me. Gotta go. Got visitors. Oh, man. All right, Tony. See you in a little bit then, brother. It's 4 months on carnivore, and my head and toe arthritis is 100% in remission. That is awesome, Judy. I'd love to hear that. So now you can travel. That is cool. Thank you, Midnight Vlogs. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I'm, like I said, I don't know. I didn't do anything to anybody, but just so everybody knows, all right? David and I are good, okay? I'm just not the hating type. You know what I mean? It's just not in me. But, when stuff keeps hitting me in my face and keeps coming back at me and telling me all these other people are hating me for no reason, I just don't get it. Leave me alone. Southern Blessed Homestead, I am doing very well. Thank you. Yep. My dogs are getting better. Not my daddy. Let's see. Yeah, who knows, Judy? I may be able to come down and see y'all soon. Link rose 4 foot off the ground December 6th, crashed into a landing and exploded. Rose 4 feet off the ground December 6th. Yes, I do remember that too. 14-point letter on December 6th. The Japanese diplomatic message that was intercepted and decoded. That's probably what I was thinking. That was about the Pearl Harbor. Yeah, it was decoded on the 6th, and they figured it out. So yeah. But yeah, the slavery part was another part that was a cool, interesting thing on there too. Sputnik. Me and Mama Minas, I'll be 63 January 12th. Well, January 12th, let's make sure we all say happy birthday. Final words of negotiation, the day before the war. Yep. Trina Rock. I'd rather last another week, right? I agree, Amber. Make them all have a nice day. Go eat fish heads. I wish it was a happier day. Why, Kim? Kim, didn't you just leave me a comment or send me a message about your puppy passing away this morning? And I am so sorry about that. Yes, I think that was you, wasn't it, Kim? Yeah, I read that. That broke my heart too, man. I was like, man, I know that. Too big for just me. A travel trailer and a piece of land might be in the future. Well, you know what, Daryl? Send me. Let me make sure I still got your number real quick, Daryl. Sorry, y'all. Just bear with me a second here. Whoops. Where's my phone? Daryl, send me an email with your number or send me a text. You still got my number. Send me a text and let's talk tonight, okay? Um, something. If it's not yours, then why worry about it, right? I agree. Yeah, just leave it alone. But no, there's just folks up here just want to stir the hate pot for some reason. I just don't get it, especially when they're in the wrong. That's the part that bothers me the most. Well, he lives, don't live Gary. He lives actually in the Carolinas now, so he knows about the heat. Okay, Kim, it wasn't you then. Somebody sent me a message. So why is it not such a good day then, Kim? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. uh, Kim, the acid rotted off the handle. Uh, yeah, somebody tell me. All right, why is Kim not having a good day? Who's licking a spoon? Uh, Lowest in the U.S. from what I understand here in Mississippi, but I have to deal with the heat in the summer. Messenger says I'm unavailable. Oh yeah, because my phone just decided to shut off. Oh shoot it! I think I know why it shut off. It's dead. See what Amber did to me today, y'all? She killed my phone. I've been talking to her for like 3 hours today. All right, I'll get it back on here in a little bit, Daryl. But yeah, just give me a little charge up here while we're out doing the live here, and then you can send me a message. I'll check and see if I still got your number in my phone. But either way, I'll let's talk. Lisker Ranch, a Sputnik exploded on December 6th. Okay, yeah, that was the Russian satellite or Russian, what you call it, rocket. They are available. Oh, I am kind of available, you know. But on the same note, I don't know if I want to go through that stuff again right now. No, kosher, don't be telling me what to do. I am too old and your daddy. I will be your daddy. uh, Heard of a spot with 80 acres for 220. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's Stefan. What's happening? Time to sleep. Well, I'm glad you came and joined me, my friend. So that's awesome. Linda Stevens, hello, James. How are you doing? God bless you. Thank you very much. I am doing much better. My baby girl is doing much better. In fact, she's actually wanting to go out for a walk. I went outside just before the live, and she was like, "Oh, do I get to go outside now? I'm feeling much better." Right? Yeah. There's Miss Judy. Just popped in, but have to go. Hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, Judy. I'm glad you came in and joined us even for a minute. There's Jerry. What's happening? Gary TP. What's happening? The other Gary. Yeah, I haven't heard from you in a bit too, brother. I was wondering about you the other day if you was okay or not. Coach is doing so much worse though, Gary. Right? Yeah, you can go, Coach. You better tighten up if you're going to keep up with Paul. I promise you. Coach is available. She says she's single. uh, oh man, finally caught up. 375 an acre is a smoking deal. Just too much land for one person. Never met a bad Gary, right? I agree, Gary. That was, oh man, it flew up on me. Not available anymore. Single and contently happy, right? I agree. Scott Spencer, yes, sir. I am having a very good week so far. A little drama yesterday, but I just, it all kept coming at me, and I said, nope, I'm not doing it. Yes, and David said, let's clear it all up, everyone. He doesn't get into drama. And like I said, David, y'all, just so you know, David has been very instrumental in trying to keep the peace around here, like helping Mary and I make this amicable, and all the other crap that's going on. David has been trying to keep that, even with the whole Mike crap. David tried to stay out of the middle of it and tried to keep it peaceful, but those other people refused to do that. So, and again, David and I are good, y'all. So everybody, just so you know. Right? Well, don't do drama because it will do you. How far from Hastings are kids? From Hastings, Hastings really isn't all that far. Like, I can't remember why we used to go there, but we used to go there a lot. And people talk about it all the time, but it's been so long since I've been up there. I don't remember exactly, Shiloh, but I know Hastings isn't very far. They're around the Coldwater area, if you want, just so you know, so you can figure that out from there because you're from around there. When she said friends with benefits, I thought she meant she owned a liquor store. Oh, that's too funny. Man, the lie just jumped on me, y'all, and went flying by me. Yeah, I thought that's what she meant too. She said friends with benefits. I thought maybe she owned a bank or something. Yeah, like I said, David and I are good. Now, we could put a muzzle on the rest of them. That would be sweet, but stirring that hate pot just never does anything. I have a Coke with a smile. Tiny Bubbles from Southwest Florida. Yeah, that's Tiny Bubbles. She's from down around our area there. Earth put everywhere in the yard. Glenda, okay. That's what you see. I got a big bag of that. Ron Gray, what's happening in Southern Ontario? I like old Mr. Ron. Let's see. So yeah, that what do they call this? I can't even pronounce that name. Diamestic Earth. Yeah, that's one of them $40 words, and I only got $39.95. There's another Gary from Tampa. No, I don't seem to have problems with a lot of people. A lot of people seem to have problems with me because whatever reason, I don't know. But I am not the problem. I promise you that. If it was something I did, I'd own that. But not nothing I did. I promise you that. No, people are just haters, and these people, for whatever reason, I don't even have a clue why. So I'm just not going to get into the details of it. But hey, Bryson, that's my grandson. Hi, Bubba. I love you, son. Bryson's my grandson, and Carson's my other grandson. I got two more up there in Michigan that I want to go meet soon. So y'all say hi to Bryson. That's cool. He's getting to see Papa on the TV. Yeah, that's cool. And that is awesome. Yeah, he is my cool little kid right there. And you talk about a young man that's growing up to be a redneck. Man, uh, that is too funny. Like, he's a boy's boy, him and Carson both boy's boy. Yeah, he is too funny, and he is full of himself, and that's what I love about him. Got me, Daddy. Don't you do it, Paul. uh, Tiny bubble in my wine. Yep, I agree. Good philosophy. And see, and I'm just at that point, y'all. Just leave me alone. You know what I mean? Not doing nothing to you. Leave me alone. There's Miss Gwen. So see, Bryson, everybody telling you hi, Bo. Showing you that love. Look at there. 360 people in here showing that love. Bryson could be a song. We could probably throw that in there. Oh, Brian throwing up the 9-minute warning. Thank you, bro. Outstanding. Thank you, our night. The 17th of this month, my husband and I celebrate 38 years of marriage, 42 years of being together. Trina, that is awesome. So the 17th, when is that? That's 3 more days. So I'm going to say happy anniversary early. Wow, 38 years of marriage. And he still talks. My great grandparents used to say, you know, after 30 years or 50 years of marriage, you know, they both got earplugs. Daryl watched over me at the last meetup like he was mine, right? Hasn't spoken in 38 years. Well, you know, it's always best. You get married that long, they figured out the secret to it, you know? So, bail money because of her boyfriend. Oh, man, that is sad. I hate to hear that. Just add Lace. Married 53 years last June. There you go. Wow, congratulations on that. That is awesome. West Virginia is beautiful. Yes, it is beautiful. There's no doubt about that. Don't forget to hit the like button out the way out. Stefan, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Gary Jonigan, 2 sides to everything. And then there's the truth. Yep, I agree. Always 2 sides to everything. But, you know, again, I leave that alone because I don't have a clue. Because I don't have a clue what happened. So, you know, it is what it is. You go from engagement ring to wedding ring to bar ring. Well, I mean, there are a few good women out there that are, you know, worth keeping on for 30 some years, you know. And there's probably a few good men out there that are worth keeping on to for 30 some years, you know. Obita Nelson, West Virginia, born and raised. Now, Obita, don't forget. Now, you got to say it the right way. That's West by God, Virginia. It is a beautiful state, though. I've driven through there many, many times. Absolutely gorgeous state. Unified for summer. Good to see you laughing again. Yes, she's feeling much better. Thank you. Oh, don't forget suffering. Y'all ain't right, man. My side is the right side. Not always. No, you're going to stay married 38 years. That cost $1 million, right? What is that? Right? No, David and I are good, man. I promise y'all. There's nothing there, so you're good. Gotta go. Have a great night. Dad, call me. Love you. All right. Love you too, baby girl. See you in a bit. Give everybody else love for me. Let's see. Deborah, thank you very much. Deborah McDowell, new subscriber. Enjoy your videos. Thank you very much. Brian says 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning. So anyway, see, I'm trying to scan up, y'all. It's flying on me still again. Jade McKinstry, glad things are looking up for you. Yes, they are. And I should have some pretty good news coming up here pretty soon, y'all. Some really good news. Who's on at 6? Nobody's on at 6 anymore. But you can go over and check out Tim at, oh my God. Paul, pop that link up there for me for Tim, will you please? On the Ridge, at Ridge Life. Tim at Ridge Life. Damn, Tim. Don't smack me, Tim. I promise you. I just forgot. I just had a brain thing there for a minute. Oh, thank you, Coach. They all said hi. I love you too, hon. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, good news. You're going to make an appearance soon. That's even better yet. That's even better yet. It is, Janice. It's going to be some good news. Some very good news. I'm right, right? There you go, Kim. Yep, I know how that goes. Rita Cox. I agree. Thank you, Rita. Appreciate that. Throwing up them emojis. That is awesome. I love it. I've got to figure out it wasn't the Daryl. Memory wasn't the first thing to go. I think it was my knees, then eyesight. But now I can't remember. Lock the doors. I just read a transcript, negative comments were people making bad comments in the chat while that was going on, and no one stopped it. Uh-oh. Did you decide on a truck color yet? Yes, actually I did. I think I am going to go with the gray. I do like the blue, but the blue dirt again, you know. And I do like the white, but I've had the last 4 trucks I've had has been white, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to go with the gray silvery one. You know, they all had a certain amount of dust on them, and while Tracy and I were out there looking, that's the only one you couldn't tell had dust on it. So that was pretty nice. So I'm definitely going to go with the gray. All right, Brian, we'll see you in a little bit, brother. Thank you very much. We got about 3 minutes left. Cool. Back row said that's the color they like too. I love it. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and go with the AT4 because one of my adopted kids, Miss Ashley, has said, go with the AT4, Dad. So GMC, not the Silverado. So that's what I'm going to do. Because she is a very smart kid and knows what her stuff there when it comes to that. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and have them put the off-road tires on it and the automatic steps, and have them put the safe in it, and a couple other little add-ons there. I'm not going to go extreme with it. So, you know, I just want a good, reliable truck. Ace Gumby, hope your friends gets the help she needs. You rock. I'm listening. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, if she doesn't get any help, I am going to go help her. So, thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. And like I said, y'all, that's what I'm going to do with that. It's not going to be right away. So, it's going to be a little bit before I do it. But for right now, you know, I am going to just go find me a little get around grocery getter and something I can get around and go see my appointments and not have to be, you know, trying to figure out a way to get there. You know, Joe, Big Joe, he's always got my back. Tracy's got my back, so I'm good there. You know, they said that they would help me do that. Brian Bedell, good night. Y'all have a great folks. Trina Rock, gray or silver is better than the blue. I agree. Thanks, Trina. All right, guys, it is 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, GMC got mechanic coming. Oh, don't care who you are. That right there is funny. Same truck in California, 70 grand. The sticker price for the Extreme, now that was with all the options, was $91,000. That was the sticker price, but you know, I also get a veterans discount, friends and family discount. So yeah, it'll come way down. But it is 6 o'clock. I guess we got nobody coming on after 6. Unless anybody else knows of somebody that's coming on at 6. I don't mind going a little bit longer. I'm enjoying this. Linda Stevens, have a blessed night, Gary. Thank you, Linda. Button Baker, 90K. Yeah, that's about what I think it was. 91,000 is what they said it was. Yes, Shirley, she is doing okay. She is doing much better. In fact, I just had her up in my lap. She's over here laying down sleeping now. She's ready to go outside. As soon as I said that, her eyes opened up. Like, what? All right, Paul, thank you very much. Thank you all so much for being in here tonight and showing me all this love. I really, really appreciate that. I am going to go ahead and get this out of here. Yeah, and I agree, Button. They are crazy prices, but you know what? It's going to be my last truck I'll ever have to buy. So that's the cool part about it. Unless I hit the lottery, and then I'll just buy 10 of them and get to trade it out every week. The only good bull I had on short notice. I didn't have time to study for that test. But anyway, I love y'all. Thank you very much. You got Tim's time wrong. 7 o'clock, right, Tim? Right, Paul. No one's on. Okay, no one. Tim's not going live either. Well, either way, I think I'll let y'all go eat some dinner, and I got to get some dinner too because it is 6 o'clock and getting by that time, and the dogs want to go out. So, 80 for a loaded F-150. No, not when I add 10, 15 more thousand and get that one. You know what I mean? Oh, Grady's don't go live anymore either, and Tim's not going live tonight, so just outlive your warranty, right? It's got tamale. Goat Days is on. Okay, so let me let y'all go so you all can go over there and give Goat Days some love. Haven't seen them in a while anyway. So y'all, thank you very much again. And you got some stuff coming up here real soon. And hope y'all have a great week. And I got some cool video coming out tomorrow, so y'all come see that. All right. So I love you. Bye, guys. From the Gemstead to you at home. Say goodbye. Says, all right, shut up. Turned off the camera already. You're here for an hour already. You're still talking. Stop talking already. You're still talking. Come on, Button.